guys, Brian here from Audio Geek, and I'm back yet again with another cool audio review for you guys. Now it looks like it's becoming a weekly occurrence here, but today we are reviewing another EarAcoustic audio product. We've done quite a few now of the SPA and the STA series, so I'm very happy to have the VSA series now. The VSA series is a bit different from the SPA and the STA, as the VSA series apparently is geared towards voices. So my favorite IEM for voices always has been the B.I.G's Cloud, and I'm hoping I can maybe fit a pair of Divinus whiteboards on here and fit my EPZ TP35, that quiet dongle, and maybe a little NMD audio mist cable, which also enhances the vocals, and we can see what we can get out of here. Like usual, the package just takes very quickly to reach South Africa. Under 2 weeks, easy. Whenever you're dealing with EarAcoustic audio, especially if you're dealing with Zoe, she's such a rock star. It's an amazing company to deal with. I've never had any issues, never had any QC issues. These guys just seem to get everything right. So without further ado, guys, let's unbox this VSA Max. So, as we have come accustomed to, it's still the same shape box like you get with the STA and the SPA series. Instead, this is a different color, and I have to say, this one is called Void Silver. It's a nice maroon color. I actually love it. And then, after usual, you lift the lid. It's a pretty cool box. On top here, you pull this thing out, and this is your tips. Like we are used to, there will be 2 pairs in here. One is wide bores, one is narrow bores. And then, oh, look at these beauties. I'm only going to show you guys very quickly because I'm going to get into them in the look and build. I don't want to spoil that now. Then there's this little thingy you just have to uplift to get your shells out. Then there's another part here that I always add in, and if you take this out, ooh, this is nice, guys. This is nice. Check this case out. Now, I don't know if you guys can remember, I don't have one here near me now, otherwise I'm going to have to unpack that box, but the other ones were all silver and a dark gray. I love this color, man. Open up here. Inside the box is our cable, and we're going to check that out in the look and build. So overall, guys, like always, what a pleasure unboxing a EarAcoustic audio product. These guys put lots of effort. You can see they put a lot of effort into the design and the packaging to make it work and make you feel like you're getting something premium. I mean, that's what we're paying at the end after all. So without further ado, let's get into the look and build, guys. I don't know if you guys can see I'm smiling ear to ear here. It's because I'm seeing all these things in front of me. So let's take this from a point. Very, very beautiful ear shells. As we, I've never seen these guys make a ugly in-ear monitor. It's all metal. Looks like diamonds inside here. It sets it a bit apart from the other ones, and where the other ones had the snake and the little logo on it, I can't see. I have to look very, very clearly here, but it doesn't look like that. Love the metal parts. It's not that heavy, so there's going to be no fatigue in your ears, but even though they're not heavy, it looks very, very well built. I never have a problem with the look and build. I'll give EarAcoustic Audio full marks on all their products, look and build on the ear shells. Their design concept and something I'm recognizing or something that I'm realizing is as if they are also gearing it a bit more towards the women, because if I see this package over here, it will be a really, really cool gift for a woman, or for your girlfriend, or for your wife. Um, I think that they're trying to maybe tap into that part of the market, guys. If we get into the tips, and I'm on purpose leaving the cable, if we get into the tips, it's your normal silicone. These are the white bores, so we're going to use them for the vocals. These are a bit more narrow bore. I don't know if we're going to get bass out of this thing. I mean, it is geared towards voices, so I'm really not going to be too picky if this does not have any bass, but we will see in the sound impressions. I on purpose left the cable now. As you guys know, I love EarAcoustic audio cables, and in my previous review on the STA Pro Max, I begged EarAcoustic Audio to please make a 4.4mm option. Because all their things just come out with 3.5mm, and it's a bit disappointing, because then you need an extra cable, and EarAcoustic Audio actually does one. It's a beautiful purple 4.4mm balance cable, but it can also swap points. It can be 3.5, and it's also got a USB-C port. Now guys, this cable, as you can already see, I'm liking this cable because it's thick. I love EarAcoustic Audio cables, and they have a beautiful leather organizer, not that Velcro nonsense that I always throw away. So it seems that EarAcoustic Audio is in my good graces just because of their cables. When I open up and I take the cable, then I'm already happy. But please be assured, if this thing doesn't sound nice, I'm still going to tell you it doesn't sound nice. The cable won't affect my judgment on the sound. A really, really cool thing, guys. Look here. So it's got replaceable tips. 3.5mm, and guess what, 4.4 balance. So thank you, EarAcoustic Audio. Please make your next models all come out with this option. I'm so happy now. I'm so super stoked. This case, guys, I love the color. It's a denim type material, and it's this also this pinkish maroon, and then it's got this velvet inside. So this feels really exquisite. It feels good quality. Very, very happy. Full marks for the look and build. There's nothing I can fault here on the look and build. So yeah, let's hop over to the connectivity. Like we saw now, in the look and build part, obviously you've got your two pairs of tips now. So you've got your 4.4mm balance and your 3.5mm balance. That opens up a world of options for you. You can, if your cell phone's got a 3.5mm, obviously I'm going to hook it up there. I can go from my headphone amplifier. I can go from my DAC dongle with the 4.4 balance. I can go from my digital audio player. So basically, it's endless. You can go from your laptop, you can go from your tablet. So yeah, connectivity is pretty easy. Let's check out the specs. I was very interested getting into the specs to check out what driver they are using in this one. It's a 11.4mm. That's quite a big driver, guys. It's a full amplitude titanium diaphragm. The magnetic circuit is a Tesla dual magnetic. Impedance is a moderate 32 ohms. Sensitivity 110 dB. It's a bit lower than you normally get. You always get them 112, 118, up like that. Oh, it's a big frequency response here, 5 Hz, right up to 40 kilohertz. And then our cable is a 408 core OFC plus silver plated LITS cable, and it's 1.2 meters, obviously. Your connector is a 0.78mm 2-pin. And like we said, the terminations is interchangeable. It's a 4.4 balance and a 3.5mm. And that's about it for the specs, guys. I can't wait to put this VSA Max through its paces. Listen how it handles all my vocal artists. And I'm going to listen to it for a week. I'll be back here after a week to tell you guys my sound impressions. Stay tuned. And I am back with my sound impressions on the VSA Max from EarAcoustic Audio. And guys, if I want to talk about the overall sound profile, I have to say, not only does it look like diamonds, but the sound profile of this VSA Max, it's such a diamond in the rough. Whenever companies bring out a vocal-based IEM, you can almost always be certain that there's not going to be bass. It's going to be neutral, either neutral bright or neutral with boosted upper mids, but there's never any bass. And here comes EarAcoustic Audio. They take an IEM, gear it towards vocals, and then they give you bass. Guys, it is such a revelation for me. Last week I had the OP2024 blow my socks off, and then this week I opened this EarAcoustic Audio, and I have to tell you, it is just such a revelation. This thing has got bass and tons of it. For me, they've created one of the best sounding vocal IEMs that I have ever heard because of this bass factor. I have to say, and I actually had to do it in my conclusion, but this VSA Max is now my daily carry. It just fits my sound profile completely, guys. If you look at the bass, there's a song by Nusha called Addiction. Man, it's big, deep, and dark sounding bass on that song. I use it especially to test for sub bass because there's deep rumbles on that song. And I have to say, this 11.3mm driver of EarAcoustic Audio, guys, this thing produces bass in volumes. There is enough sub bass rumble. Even on Charlotte de Witte High Street, it's a song I mention in a lot of my reviews. It's a fast, punchy song with sub bass rumbles. So here I checked out the mid bass punch, and man, does that driver have mid bass slam. Deborah de Luca, there's a song called Minimal. Man, once again, those deep sub bass rumbles. Look, the sub bass dominates the mid bass here, but I also think it's because the mids is a bit boosted, that because the mids and the sub bass it's big, it does affect the mid bass punch a bit, but that's not a problem with me because I prefer sub bass rather than mid bass. So for my personal preference, this is bass done extremely well. There's another song by Assis, it's called Freedom of Expression, and it was the same thing. So overall, this VSA Max, to me, you can use it for electronic dance music. The cool thing about this is the treble to me is a bit toned down, so it is a bit warm sounding in the treble area. And that's great for EDM dance music because sometimes they mix these very high-pitched sounds into electronic dance music, and you can't really turn the volume up to hear the bass because the treble starts hurting your ears and fatiguing your ears, and then you have to turn the volume down. I went for a bit of other genre bass, and in my rap music collection, I'm a big fan of the Notorious B.I.G, very old song, very cool song of his, Everyday Struggle. Man, the same thing, that some of these old rap songs have a lot of nice sub bass in the background if you listen for it, and the VSA Max brought that out very perfectly. Same with rock. I played Def Leppard, Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad, and man, those big drum rolls sounded amazing. So overall, the bass, it co-stars here with the mids as the star of the show. It's huge in volumes, yet it is defined in detail. The big bass driver is simply amazing. I think even bass heads will give this set the nod of approval. Chantal's voice had so much creamy thickness to it and presence. When you check out the male vocals, David Johansen and James Ali Blues is the song's name. I remember that one now. Yeah, that's deep male vocals, more of a Louis Armstrong type deep vocals. And normally when the upper mids is boosted, the lower mid suffers a bit. And because this big bass line that this VSA Max has, I thought maybe the male vocals were going to be a bit recessed, but this is not the case at all. Man, the male vocals sound out beautifully, and it's especially why I chose this one is because it's a bit of a lower male voice. Um, Club for Five, Brothers in Arms, man, that is a deep, dark sounding male vocals. And man, I have to say the amount of times I got goosebumps listening to songs that I especially like for vocals, listening to the VSA Max, it has not happened with other in-ear monitors that I have tested. Um, Yo, this one, guys, you must check this one out. I always leave the songs I use in my reviews, I leave in the descriptions. Definitely check this one out. You guys remember the old Nirvana song, Something in the Way? So there's this hillbilly kid in America, his name is Steven Wilson Jr. He does a cover for me better than Kurt Cobain does, and I know that's blasphemy to say that. But guys, listening to that song, Something in the Way by Steven Wilson Jr. with this VSA Max, I got goosebumps. Um, the vocals were so daunting, they haunted me. It's as if the vocals haunt you. Um, Definitely, if we look at the mids overall, it's the star of the show. Yeah. Um, Although it is geared, like I said, for female vocals, the male vocals definitely does not take a back seat here, guys. And they also stood out with authority. The instruments in the mids also sounded beautiful. The acoustic guitars, the mid parts of the piano, all those instruments I normally used to. They all stand out in their own time and space. I have to say this is a set geared towards mids, with the added bonus of bass, but for me, the mids cannot fault it. It's full marks here. If we check out the treble, I started with some classical music and Lang Lang. It's the Etudes OP25 number 8 in D flat major. Um, the high notes on the piano, and we must remember now the treble for me takes a bit of a backseat, which is not a problem for me because I'm not a treble head at all. I'm over 40 years old. My hearing, I think I go up to 15 kilohertz. So for me to claim I'm a treble head would be really stupid. Um, the Wiener Philharmoniker, Beethoven Symphony number 7 in A major. Oh yeah, I was listening for the violence on that one. Um, because the treble is a bit recessed, the violence did take a bit of a back seat. Yes, they were still there. The only way I can describe it to you guys is it's like a warm sounding treble. There's no fatigue and harshness and stuff like that. Um, Duke Ellington, take the A train. Yeah, the trumpets. And here it is a bit of an opposite when I'm describing the treble, because I just told you now that it is a warm sounding treble and the treble is a bit recessed. So then comes a song like this and the trumpet is right there in your face. It's a thick trumpet sound. Um, it's just such a opposite, and it's difficult to describe, but I can only tell you guys what I hear. Um, Joe Henderson has a song Inner Urge. I use it a lot when I listen for those cymbals you press with your feet. They had a bit of sparkle and there was a bit of finesse there, so the treble is not so recessed. I think the mids just overshadows it a bit. So for me, overall, the treble is not the star of a show. Yeah, if you are a treble head, the set's not for you. But obviously, it would be kind of stupid to go buy a set that's geared for vocals if you are a treble head. We must just look at the logic here, guys. Um, if we check out the technicalities, for me, because it is warm and musical, I did not expect a lot of technicalities, even though at this price, you do want the sound nice and controlled, and there must be a little bit of technicalities in there. Pratt is through the roof. It's a very, very emotional listening experience. This song, this in-ear monitor has a way of just digging out emotions, like I told you guys on that Steven Wilson Jr. song. Gives you goosebumps. Now, a very musical IEM produces that. Um, I think the last time I had emotions like that was with the EarAcoustic NA20. That in-ear monitor is tuned in such a way to evoke emotion when you're listening to it. And this VSA Max did the same for me. The transients, I will give it 8 out of 10. For me, I'm not really worried about transients for when I have a vocal geared IEM. Like I said, Pratt, it's through the roof. I'm very happy with the sound. For me, my sound profile, this is 5 stars out of 5. So I'm very happy with the sound, guys. I think we can hop over to my conclusion. So to conclude my review, guys, I was pondering on this for the last 3 days. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to press the golden buzzer. I'm going to give this one 5 stars out of 5. It just ticks every single box for me that I would want in a personal IEM. I'm not talking about review units. And for me personally, with my music tastes and the type of music genres I listen to, it just ticks every box for me. Cable wise, they got it right. They finally have a 4.4 millimeter. You swap the tips and you get a balanced tips. I was asking for that in all my previous reviews of EarAcoustic audio products, so they surprised me there. Sound wise, it's a diamond in the rough. It's a unicorn. It's a great vocal IEM with great bass in volumes, and that to me is a huge selling point. That type of performance at $160 price tag, guys, it makes it a no-brainer for me. If you just want to buy one pair that of in-ear monitors that sound decent, that's going to give you great bass that you can use for almost all different musical genres, it's not going to be fatiguing, then this is it, guys. You get premium performance here at a very good price. It looks to me like big drivers is becoming a thing, guys. I saw with the OP24 last week from Opus that they've got a 12mm driver in here, and I see now this VSA Max has got the 11.3mm. What I also love is a single DD configuration. There's just no BA glare, there's no crossover interference that you can sometimes pick up if you've got like they say golden ears. It's like listening to full range speakers. Who should buy this? Well, everyone who has a music collection. I will go as far as to say this will satisfy audiophiles, this will satisfy music listeners, so it is really a no-brainer for me, guys. So thank you for watching my review, guys. Till next time. Guys, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to watch my review. I know in today's busy day and age, taking half an hour of someone's time is a lot, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me your time. Just a little disclaimer, I do not get paid for any reviews that I do. All the products that I get from the companies for free in return for my honest opinion. So you can rest assured there's no bias or anything like that going on. I also do not sell my review units. I think that's very unethical, and I will never do that. I also do not do affiliate links. All the links you see on my channel is the direct links to the products on the website. There's no affiliate links. If however you feel like you want to buy me a cup of coffee, I do have a Patreon going on. There's a $1 a month membership. You can just do a 1 month membership and then cancel if you like. And once again, join our Audio Geek Facebook group. Lots of cool guys there. There's a wealth of knowledge. We talk about products, we talk about what's going on in the market. If there's any questions, it's just pure passion. So thank you, guys.